we we sort of had to do something to celebrate San Francisco after last night's football
After
game.
their humiliating defeat. I'm sure Al is really happy today. I know, you're so gallant. I need to speak louder?
It's
Oh,
time to
we are
start the
live.
church.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Well, welcome to Unity Church in Reading. Please stand for our opening songs. We are all friends here. We are all friends here. There are no strangers once you walk inside that door. We welcome you to linger in this family of love and hold you in our hearts the way you are. We are all friends here. There are no strangers once you walk inside that door. We welcome you to linger in this family of love and hold you in our hearts the way you are. We are all friends here. There are no strangers once you walk inside that door. We welcome you to linger in this family of love and hold you in our hearts the way you are. And hold you in our hearts the way you are. And hold you in our hearts the way you are.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And now, before you have a seat, let us do our congregational blessing. Together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. And have a seat. I'm Reverend Ken, and I'm the minister here, and we thank you for being here. Nicole will be platformed today, and we are blessed that each one of you has met this divine appointment. So as we move into our service, let us begin in prayer. So if you're comfortable closing your eyes and relaxing into the chair. Divine Spirit, we have said yes to this divine appointment. We are here with an open heart and an open mind to receive the blessings that come forth. For we truly are one in spirit. And as we move forth in our journey, we are open to receiving the blessings of the indwelling Spirit. And it is through the teachings of Jesus and through the name that we give thanks. And we are blessed. And so it is. Amen. And now I'm going to ask Janice if she's available to come up and light our Christ candle. Actually, we have Bain here now, so if you don't want to do that, we actually have a spare. Come on up and light our Christ candle. You got here just in time. We have a candle that needs to be lit. And as Bain lights that candle, let us state why we light it. Together, we light this candle to remind us that the light of Christ lives within each one of us. I am the light of Christ. Thank you, thank you. And now, Janice, I've reduced your duties in a third, and now you can ring our bell 3 times to align our indwelling spirit with the heart and mind. And now I'd like to have Nicole come forward for our gratitude and sharing.
Congratulate Al and his Seahawks. And it was pretty much a freight train that came storming through, and the Niners were just like, what happened? We're not going to show up. So there's always next year, and apparently the path of everyone involved with both those teams, this is the next step on their path, whatever that may be. So who would like to share gratitude, sharing from their past week? We'll go Haley first, and then we'll head over there.
Hello, good morning. So I took Thursday and Friday off to have a 4-day weekend this weekend so that we could move and just kind of rework our whole house. We swapped rooms, so all the kids are in the master bedroom, which is kind of nice. It's all just kind of coming together and feeling really nice, and I'm very excited.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's gratitude or it's just the big guy up above here, but our best friend and closest friend was in a head-on collision yesterday, and she walked away.
Wow, thank you. Who's next? Randy.
I'd just like to express some gratitude to two of our best friends and family here, to Marshall and Maggie. We are working on selling a house down in Dixon, and they were so nice enough to come and help us out. And we had a list of things we had to do in the house, and every single one of them that we tried to do didn't work out. So we spent about 4 or 5 hours doing about an hour job. And we're actually going back tomorrow, and they're gracious enough to go with us. And I just wanted to express our gratitude for that, because these are two darn fine human beings right here. And their hearts are bigger than you can even imagine. So anyway, thank you so much.
Okay, who's next? Go ahead.
I have a mic, so you don't have to walk over here. So I am a gleaner. You all know what gleaning is. It's when there's a surplus of something, and it's something you could use. You look to see where that surplus is, and you go ahead and harvest. So this is the time of the year when I get to harvest grapefruit and pomelos and Myers lemons. And I knew that Kathy graciously was going to bring some pomelos over. And as I was driving down the freeway, I thought, did I bring enough buckets? When all of a sudden, there was a shiny red bucket on the side of the road. And what did I do, Laura? I stopped and picked it up. Clean and unbroken. And so in the other part of gleaning is sharing your extra. So there's apples in the back for everybody from Mount Shasta, because apples grow up there, grapefruit grows down here. So thanks to the earth for taking care of that stuff. Thanks for stuff on the side of the freeway and awareness. And thanks to all of you for listening. Okay.
Great, thank you. Anybody else? Gratitude, sharing this past week? Okay. So we're going to introduce our joy song and our musicians, Anton and Laura, and our joy song is Rise and Shine. So if you'd like to rise and sing the song, please do.
So I've got an instrument to play here, so I won't be able to coach you all the time, but this song has some gestures you can do.
You can.
Rise and shine. It's a new day. Rise and shine. There's a new way. So you can have a little fun with this one. And you can sparkle out to your neighbors too.
Rise and shine, it's a new day. different path,
a different way.
bring your dreams of work and play. Rise and shine, journey to your destiny through endless possibility. You cannot fail,
Your heart is free.
rise and shine, rise and shine. It's a new day, there's a new way. Rise and shine, it's a new day. Rise and shine, you're in the light, and illuminates your path so bright. The rainbow's end is in your sight. Rise and shine, rise and shine, it's a new day. Rise and shine, there's a new way. And again, rise and shine, it's a new day. Rise and shine, there's a new way. It's right in front of you.
Now I'm going to ask Al to come up for our daily word.
As I approached Nicole earlier this morning, I told her, I said, there's nothing worse than some kind of a obnoxious winner that just can't humbly accept and let people be where they are and to drown their sorrows and that. And so last thing I really want to do, Nicole, or to any of you is gloat or celebrate. Go Seahawks! Yeah! My gosh. Corinna's at a dog show in Portland. I had the house to myself with our oldest puppy, Shaquila. Corinna's a vegetarian. We don't have much meat in the house. So I saw that as an opportunity to put a luscious rack of baby backs on the grill. And they came out beautifully. They were chased by green onions and a bit of salsa. It was a wonderful, wonderful day. And for all of that, I give deep, deep gratitude for the real pleasures in life. Oh my. But today, world peace. And this is a toughie for me, kind of leaping big chasm to look at today's daily word and the affirmation, juxtapose that onto what is really going on in our world today. And it's just totally bewildering that Martin Luther King and these kinds of words, and we look at the peace song and everything about unity and one world and all children under God, and see the kind of aggression and everything that's going around worldwide. It's really, really tough for me personally to put all this together. That's one of the reasons I really do delight in 3 hours of nonsense called the National Football League, because it has nothing to do with reality, because reality is really tough these days for all of us as we look at Canada, Greenland, and Venezuela, and whatever else that has nothing to do with peace. But the affirmation is, as I affirm peace, I help create a peaceful world. Will you join with me, please? As I affirm peace, I help create a peaceful world. In 1964, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, quote, "It is not enough to say we must not wage war. It is necessary to love peace and sacrifice for it. We must concentrate not merely on the negative expulsion of war, but the positive affirmation of peace," end quote. Of course, we will all work toward creating the kind of world we wish to see, investing our efforts and energy to ending conflict, discrimination, and other kinds of negativity. But we also put our energy into creating harmony, cooperation, opportunity, and positive outcomes. Today, I affirm that peace is dawning all over the world, blessing all people with warm feelings of cooperation and togetherness. I affirm peace is here, even as I strive to create it. Powerful, powerful words that we can all aspire to, inspired by 1 Thessalonians 5th chapter, 23rd verse. May the God of peace himself sanctify you entirely, and may your spirit and soul and body be kept sound. Now, it is with real pleasure that we turn to our friends from the mountain, and as only they can do, their interpretation of the Lord's Prayer.
Which we invite you to sing along with. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever.
And now's the time that we set aside for meditation. So relax. Divine Spirit, as we go forth into the silence, we prepare ourselves by letting go of the trappings of this world, knowing that often there is chaos around us. And by going within, we can let go. We can hold the divine light of who we are, of what we are meant to be doing, how we have an impact on ourselves by holding the thoughts of peace, by holding the thoughts of health, by holding the thoughts of joy. For we are truly blessed when we are the indwelling Spirit manifesting here on earth. It is with love. It is with gratitude that we move within to see the truth of who we are. So let's join together now in moving into that quiet space of inner healing, resting in the silence. As we gently return to this time and this place, we bring with us that feeling of oneness. We bring with us the guidance that we've been receiving. And we hold that love that we have for everyone throughout the world, especially our family and friends, for we know them closely. So let's together say their name aloud in this sanctuary of love, sending them love and joy and healing. Marissa, Carl, Gail, Luke, Haley, Giselle, Michaela, we gather all of these names, add all of the prayers that are in our prayer box, all the prayers that have been submitted to Silent Unity, even those thoughts and prayers that come forth during the day. We hold them in the divine light of knowing thy will be done. So it is with great love that we add our name into this sanctuary, knowing that all prayer begins with us. So together, Kenneth. And we are blessed, knowing, understanding, and feeling God's presence. And now we get another celebration song. I am opening.
So the words should be up there. I know, I think we had a request for this song. We used to do it before the meditation, and we'd like to invite you to sing along, of course.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening.
We're going to get to sharing later. Right now, it's my opportunity. But I'm thankful you're here. And we do want to hear from you. Just a little bit. You know, we in Unity emphasize the practical application of spiritual principles for personal transformation and well-being. Today, we're talking about wisdom. And wisdom holds a significant place because it guides us towards enlightened choices and harmonious living. Wisdom is one of the 12 powers, inherent in every individual. These powers are divine attributes within each person, awaiting conscious recognition and expression. Wisdom, in this context, goes beyond intellectual knowledge. It's an inner guidance that helps discern right action in every circumstance. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, identified wisdom as the power that enables us to make sound judgments, applying knowledge with love, and acting from a place of inner knowing. Wisdom is associated with the ability to see beyond appearances, perceive the highest good, and respond with clarity and understanding. Up on the board, you'll notice that in unity, the teachings of wisdom is symbolically located in the pit of the stomach, the solar plexus. The disciple James, son of Zebedee, represents this power. We can see by the banner that yellow is used as a color, symbolizing wisdom. And it's always been an interesting power for me to think about how wisdom works, because I've always considered myself, quote, smart. So how can I possibly be doubting? But one thing that I noticed, that when I would have a issue that I was dealing with or a decision to make, I never could quite just do it. I had to contemplate it. How many all of the good things that'll happen if you do it on one side and all the negative things over on that other side? But somehow, even though there may be more negatives than positives, we'll still choose that path. Yeah, it's in the idea of contemplating and being open. But the one thing that often people miss is it has to do with not only our highest good, but others' highest good. So sometimes I have to make a choice that is not in my best interest, because it'll help those around me. And I think that's one thing that Al was mentioning when he was talking about world peace. World peace is not easy, but we know it only begins with us. If we can hold that love, that joy within our own life, and be willing to share it with others, it's the starting point. But then we have to follow through and do all of the things that are required of us in that choice. And that's often difficult. Standing up for the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. Yesterday, I guess it was the day before yesterday, I happened to be watching our NPR station. And it was a discussion on changing behavior and bad habits. And I said, oh, this is for me. I have so few, I need all the help I can get. And what they talked about were unity principles. They said that there is an action and a result and a reward, and that's why we get caught in those bad habits. Something is going on that we like. We get rewarded for it. So we're going to keep doing it. And it was real interesting because the example they used was a cookie. That this guy used to work in the afternoons, and around 3 o'clock every day, he would get up, go to the dispensary or the cafeteria, whatever they called it, get himself a cookie, and eat the cookie. And he knew the reward was the cookie. And he started thinking about it. So he said, well, I have control over it. And we in Unity say, change your thoughts if you want to change something. So 3 o'clock came around. He didn't get up, didn't go get that cookie, and felt really miserable. And within a week, he was back at 3 o'clock getting his cookie. But this specialist took him under his wing and said, well, wait a minute. We have the event, happens every day at 3. We know what the event is that's taking place. You get up and you go to the dispensary or the cafeteria, and you get a reward. He says, yes, it's the cookie. And they said, well, what it is that you're doing? Well, when I go to the cafeteria, I talk to all my friends. That was the reward, not the cookie. He thought the cookie and the sweets was increasing his sugar level, so he worked on increasing his sugar level. It didn't help. He still felt bad at 3 o'clock when he didn't go get that cookie. Because what he cherished was the visiting of his friends while he was eating that cookie. That was the reward. So what he did, at 3 o'clock, he would get up, go to the break room, have a little cup of water, and talk to his friends. He felt good all over, just as he had when he ate that darn cookie. But he got rid of this. Didn't have that cookie. So it's really interesting that it takes more insight to break habits that we have and looking at the rewards that we're getting to make changes in our life. Because often the reward that we think we're getting isn't the reward. It's something else. Wisdom is that principle that allows us to listen to the still small voice within us. To glean what it is that's going on in our lives and to be open to receiving insight into our actions and why we do things. You know, the idea of unity and how do we access wisdom? You said it was an innate quality that's already within us. Yes, it is. But what has God given us the ability to do? Not use it. You ever known those people that they just didn't follow through and use the wisdom that they had been given? Sometimes we fall short. Yes, we have been given that attribute, but it is up to us to be able to follow it. Well, how do we do that? How are we going to find that ability of wisdom within ourselves? We know it's in there. I can feel it down here. Well, we know that by regularly affirming statements, such as, divine wisdom guides my every thought, word, and action. That affirmation can open up the power of wisdom within me. Meditating. Spending time in silence allows for the clarity and the emergence of intuitive guidance. Because your mind is never quiet, is it? That indwelling spirit is that little voice that we call on to listen to. But it's often through meditation that we actually glean what it's telling us and how to follow it and what it means and how we can apply it in our own lives. We need to take that quiet moment. Redoing your house. There's probably been a lot of little quiet moments, huh? What are we really going to do here? Yeah. Well, there's another third way. You've got the first two. What was the first one? What's the first thing to get that power of wisdom working within us? Affirmations. Using an affirmation in our lives. What's the second one? Meditating, going into the silence and listening. And the third one is discernment. We actually have to practice patience. We have to, because it helps us align actions with higher wisdom. When we jump into doing something, often it may not be the right course. When we are given that flight or flee, I'm out the door. Do I know that's the best choice? Nope, but my feet are on the way. So the discernment. And Unity's teachings encourage the application of wisdom in all parts of our lives. There isn't one part of our life. We'll have a little wisdom over here, but not any wisdom over here. Wisdom is for all parts of our lives. Relationships. We need to use wisdom in choosing our friends. We've already used wisdom in choosing our family. In careers. I often talk to somebody who has had a career long in something they absolutely despised. Every day they had to force themselves to get up and go to work. Get some sleep before I could go to work. They wouldn't let me get there too early. All of the activities in our careers, we have to use wisdom. And what about the other things within us? What about our health? We have to use wisdom in dealing with our health centers and how we maintain our health. I can tell you right now, jumping off of a 6-story building is not good for the health. I know that. But when I was a kid, I would jump off the roof. Now, was that a good choice? Probably not. But I'll tell you right now, I wasn't using my inner wisdom either. That red cape on my back allowed it. So often we choose things in our own health that aren't wise for us. Sometimes the choices we make are just not good choices. And we have to do the first 3 things of affirmation, meditation, and discernment to get to that point of what is good for our body, what is good for our health, what is good for our choices to know in our spiritual growth. Just think of the things that went through your mind to put you in the seat that you're there in now. Did it just happen? Were you driving by and said, "Whoa, I heard Reverend Ken's over there. We'll stop in Unity Church in Reading"? I bet it didn't happen that way. I bet you had to make a choice. And you showed up. So you use this power of wisdom to put yourself in the seat you're in to hear the stuff we talk about. It was your choice. And how you use it is also your choice. Because we are truly blessed. Because when you're empowered to make choices that reflect your highest good and the well-being of others, you are blessed. Amen. The power of wisdom is a central spiritual tool in Unity, helping individuals navigate life's complexities. Life's complexities? Life is an uphill walk, isn't it? And we need to use these 12 powers, and especially wisdom. And we need to do it with grace and understanding. And by recognizing and cultivating the innate ability within us, we can create more fulfilling, harmonious, and spiritually aligned lives. So it is with great love that I say thank you and allow you the discernment of wisdom. God bless. Thank you.
We are looking for a way to find our home. We are looking for a way to find our home. When we heed our inner voice, we find that wisdom leaves no choice. The quiet truth is built from many stones. Its whisper leads us home. We are looking for a way to find our peace. We are looking for a way to find our peace. In the kindness we embrace, in forgiveness and release. The never-ending leads to peace. We will find our peace. We sing Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. We sing Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. We are looking for a way to find our truth. We are looking for a way to find our truth. When the sky is in our souls, we find heaven in our roots. The mountain we must climb becomes our muse as we seek our truth. On the journey to perfection, can we see our inner light as the candle in the window in the darkness of the night, where every star's a candle in spirit's vast array, and the song within our hearts is there to help us on the way. We sing Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. We sing Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Its whisper leads us home. Thank you.
Okay, so today we're reviewing our vision statement. As a vibrant, sacred community, We express the indwelling Christ spirit and co-create a world that works for all. And if you join me in bringing your offering into your hand as we say our blessing, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Abundance.
It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing how. It's in every one of us here and now. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing how. It's in every one of us here and now.
And as our ushers come forward with our blessings, let us bless them together. We give thanks for this opportunity to share our time, our talents, and our treasure. And we ask that they go forward for the betterment of Unity Church in Reading, to spread the word of love and joy and health throughout our community. So we give thanks for this opportunity to be one. And so it is. Amen. Not quite. We're coming up on it. Let's see. What were we going to do next? We were going to do our announcements. Announcements.
So, first we want to acknowledge our volunteers, Jerry, Janice, Jacob on the soundboard. Thank you all for all you do. The church office will be open this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Remember, there's meditation at noon. You can drop in or call in. It's 10 or 15 minutes in the middle of your day to restart it if you need a restart midway through your day, which oftentimes is the case, for me at least. If you'd like prayer after service, you can see Reverend Ken or Diana. And we have our spirit circles on Sunday at 9:30. Remember, if you'd like to get here early and get a little bit of extra prayer going. We want to introduce our worship teams. We have Kay, Diana, and Jerry. Thank you, guys. Ricky will be beginning on January 27th from 4 to 5:30. Remember, it's the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month. And our next kirtan will be February 8th after service. And A Course in Miracles is Thursday at 10 a.m. with the book club at 1 p.m., which they're still reading The Untethered Soul. Our next membership class is February 22nd. If you're interested in becoming a member, put that on your calendar so you can stay and hear all about that. And our nominating committee is looking for a church member to serve on the board of directors. You can see Roger today because Shelba's not here, but Roger or Shelba for more information. And our all membership meeting will be on March 8th, so put that on your calendar as well. All congregants meeting, okay. Everybody, everybody's welcome. We want to thank those who bring snacks for fellowship. If you wish to sign up, you can sign the list in the kitchen or talk to Janice. And remember to check the bulletin board for any 12-step meetings that might be of interest to you. We look forward to seeing you here next week, or if you can't make it, you can watch live, or you can watch it again later on Facebook and on the website. And now we will have our closing song, peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now for our call and response for our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And together, wherever we are, God is, and so it is. Please have a seat. Before I release the congregation, I have something I would like to discuss. It has come up that one of the reasons why Unity was founded was healing. And one of the things that we have always been active in is healing. So what came up is whether the congregation was getting enough opportunity to feel that healing that takes place and being available to have healing. Some people thought that, well, you know, if you may have to make a special appointment or call in when you're in the hospital or something like that, we may not be meeting everyone's needs for healing. So it came up that we could do a special blessing following service. So what it would be is right here at this point, after everything is done, those people that want to go out and fellowship and talk and go, they can. And the people that want a special blessing. You don't have to say anything about it, but we're going to do it down front. So you just come down here. We'll spend about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and basically what we do is blessed. Feel the energy flow fingers to fingers through us all and be touched through our heart and love through spirit. So I didn't want to just say, here's what we're going to be doing. So the question is as a congregation, is that something you really want to add to the service? Or if you would like to just maintain what we're doing now. You need a healing? You talk to Diana, myself, Kathy, you set up a visitation, or we go into the prayer room or whatever, and we do it individually. So how's the feedback on that? Circle, you'd like him? Yeah, we could do both. We wouldn't eliminate the individual stuff. If you still want to meet individually, we would. Diana? Her circle? Mary Grace? In this corner or into the prayer room? So your thought is to do it in the prayer room? Only a few minutes. Mm-hmm. It would give us more space and it would kind of end the service for those people that just want to come down. And we'll be playing, the musicians will play the postludes to close us out, right? Oh, you don't play at the end?
Once we do the peace song,
That's it.
we're done because everybody then goes and gets food and
Okay,
people
so
talk a lot.
I'm thinking of
we don't do
Nancy
a
and
postlude.
Jacob that play at the end.
Okay.
Well, that's what healing is. Healing is rocking it out. Absolutely. Any other comments? No time like the present. So, okay, our service is ended. Go forth and bless others and yourself. And for those that would like to come down for a healing, come on down.